Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So today we are asking Spirit for advice. This reading I feel like it's something we really need right now. I know that a lot of you are probably hoping for more messages from your person, or how is your person feeling, or what's going on in your person's life, but I think that more than ever right now, especially at the time that I'm filming this, if you are watching it relatively close to when it was posted, we just came through a pretty powerful full moon, and for me personally, I did a lot of releasing and purging, some stuff that I didn't realize I was still carrying with me. So I feel that this message will find you when it's meant to. I'm not going to be getting that much tarot unless I do need to clarify the energies. I'm going to be using mostly oracle cards and oracle decks. So we'll see what comes through. I'm really excited for this. I hope it can offer you the information and the guidance that you need in order to move forward in your life, making informed decisions. That is the main aim of this channel, is to provide clarity, guidance, and support on your journey. So we have three groups as usual. Group 1, I have this Tiger's Eye crystal. I'll just show that to you. As usual, I'm using natural light, so the lighting is varied. We'll see how we go. Group 2, I have this amethyst. It's raw, very raw, not polished at all. And this shard actually fell off a larger cluster. Oh, goodness. So it's very raw crystal. Group 3, I have this carnelian crystal. And I'm terrible with crystals, honestly. I love collecting them. I love feeling their energies, and I intuitively figure out which crystal I should be having on me or near me. But I couldn't tell you what they actually mean off the dome. I have to look that up every single time. I'm shocking with that. All right, so those are the three groups, those are the three crystals. Feel free to pause the video now if you need more time. When you know which group you're feeling most called to, check the description box below for the timestamps and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So today we're asking Spirit for advice. I am going to be asking, what do you need to hear most right now? And then I'll be shuffling the oracle decks. We'll get the general message, feel what the energy is for each and every one of you. Now, I really want to start with this Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by Holland. All decks will be listed in the description box below. Group 1, Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What does Group 1 need to hear most right now? We have the Seven of Pentacles, awaiting results. Yeah, I do feel like a restless energy with you. We'll see what else comes out though. Seven of Pentacles can indicate a very slow moving energy. You're literally just waiting for your results to return. We have the Four of Wands, so joy and stability. Now this reading is being filmed at a time that I am announcing my giveaway, and at the bottom, if you are watching this at the time that it's being posted, please be sure to check out my Instagram account so you can have your chance to win one of the packs that I'll be giving away. But at the bottom of that post, I include a message that says, remember that you create your own happiness from within. And that is the message that I'm feeling with this Four of Wands card. It's a purpley color in this deck. And purple for me, I incorporate with your intuition, with the third eye moving through to your crown. So it does feel like there's this awareness needed, there's this awakening moment, this seeking. You're seeking joy and stability, you're seeking happiness, you're seeking harmony, but Spirit is indicating that you do have this harmony from within. So I'm going to get more messages from this deck. Spirit, what does Group 1 need to hear most right now? What do they need to hear most right now? What guidance can you offer them? Yeah, I do feel this feeling, you're searching for something, Group 1. I just kind of I'm in a pretty good position right now. I did a chakra cleansing, so I feel amazing. But you're searching for something, and some of you may be searching for your other half. Some of you may be searching for yourself right now. I do have this feeling like you want balance, and I felt that with the Four of Wands, but this card came out. This is Temperance. In this deck, it's displayed by these two beings merging almost to create this balance. Temperance can indicate the need to balance your energy, the need to accept responsibility and release what you cannot be responsible for. For example, you can't be responsible for other people's actions or healing. But the Temperance card is a very healed energy. It comes after the Death card in Tarot, which for me is about reconciliation. It's about merging. It is this feeling of balance, of harmony, of acceptance. It is this beautiful feeling of... I know I keep saying a lot lately, it's annoying me, but I get really excited when this card comes out in this deck. Not always, but for now I do. Now, bottom deck energy in this deck is win or lose. The Five of Swords, it's this energy of an unresolved conflict, an uncertain outlook, creating anxiety perhaps, something that has been causing a lot of... I don't want to say sleepless nights, that could be the case, but more so what I'm feeling is that it's just been something that's on your mind a lot lately. It is this win or lose situation. I want to see if I can... Yes? Sorry, that's my cat. Come on then. Come on then. Oh my God, I just got him, so he's still getting used to me in this house. He doesn't realize that I film... Kirk, come on. Here, come on. He doesn't realize that I film every weekend, so I apologize for that distraction. He's also really old, and I'm starting to figure out that he could be a little bit less able to hear than I thought he was. So he gets lost in this house and calls out. Anyway, that's a little tangent. Sorry, group one. Sorry for that interruption. Now I'm going to get some magical oracle unicorn cards. Sorry. So what does group one need to hear most right now, Spirit? What does group one need to hear most right now? For some of you, you do have a reconciliation coming, group one. There is going to be reconciliation, but the most important message here for me that I'm observing for you is this card in the middle of your spread, joy and stability. You create your happiness from within. If you aren't truly happy within, nobody else on this earth is able to give you that happiness. You will have harmony, you will have balance. I do feel a reconciliation, but just know that you create your happiness from within. So I feel like this is something you've been thinking about and waiting for a long time. What does group one need to hear right now, Spirit? What do they need to hear most right now? What does group one... I don't want to spend this whole video shuffling and talking to my cat. Can we please get some cards for group one, please? What do they need to hear most right now? We have worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. And group one, this is going beneath the Seven of Pentacles. So just know that they haven't forgotten about you. Your guides are always with you. You're always being monitored, you're always being watched, and I don't want you to feel that in a creepy way. It's just that you are always being guided through every situation, no matter how frustratingly uncomfortable that situation is. And I do feel that this is a matter of the heart. The heart chakra just showed itself to me, as well as the third eye and the base. Now is a good time for you to get rooted, to feel grounded, should I say. Fellow Australians might find that quite hilarious that I just said that, but get grounded, don't get rooted. We also have teamwork. That was reversed, but I don't read reversals in this deck. Work with others to make this situation come about. Look at the eyes on this unicorn. I just feel like there's so much pain there. I've never seen a horse's eyes that red before. It's like the reddest brown, and the background here is very similar to that crown chakra color that we see here. We started with this deep indigo and we're moving into the crown here. So the messages are being sent to Spirit, group one. Spirit is communicating with you, offering you insight, offering you wisdom. There is information being given to you, synchronicities. It is really important that you not only follow your heart, but that you allow your intuition to guide you through this. I understand that is uncomfortable. It can be scary. Our logical mind will tell us one thing, while our intuition and our heart can tell us another. But Spirit is indicating that you are being guided through this. This pinky color is quite strong here. And I feel as though there is a situation that will reach resolution. It's got this reconciliation energy about it, especially with this balance card. It is worth waiting for. However, it is not worth getting anxious over. The anxiety is something that you need to release here, because that anxiety is creating doubt. That doubt is creating bitterness in your heart, and it's also creating frustration that you don't need right now. You do need to focus on your happiness and creating moments of joy in your present. I'll get one more card from this deck and we'll move forward. What do group 1 need to hear most right now? So just look at me, I said one more card and they gave me 3. The message is that change is coming. The changes that you're going through now are positive. However, they are only beginning, group 1. It's going to be positive change. Don't get complacent is what I'm hearing. Don't get complacent. A happy surprise is coming. And if you look at the unicorn on this card, it's looking a lot better than the one on teamwork. So work with others to make this situation come about. Your guides have never left you. They are working towards this change for you. Something very good is about to happen. However, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to focus on that. Look at the purple in this card. Your intuition is aware of it, but it isn't your burden to bear. Your guides are organizing that. Your burden, I don't want to say it's a burden, but your only task at the moment, group 1, is to focus on your joy, to focus on your happiness and creating moments of happiness right here and right now. Know that you are gifted. You are incredibly talented. I'm getting called to share that message from the Moonology deck about Aquarius as well. Show the world the real you. I don't have the Moonology deck here with me, but I'm getting Aquarius vibes with this card. You are very gifted, you are very unique, you are an individual, you are intelligent and talented is the bottom of this card, but really the message is don't compare yourself to others, group 1. Comparison is never a fun road to go down. We are all created unique, we are all created with our own gifts. Do not compare yourself to others and continue focusing on the joy and the happiness that you can create in your everyday life. Relax, everything is okay. This is about releasing the things you cannot control. There is a happy surprise coming, but that isn't your burden to bear. You are being called to focus on your joy, your happiness, and to not let the uncertainty of this situation create more doubt and more anxiety. Bottom of this deck says, bottom of this card says, don't worry, it's all going to be fine. Now I'll pop that over there and we'll move to our next deck. This is the Spellcasting Oracle Cards deck. Again, all decks will be linked in the description box below, group 1. I feel very organized in this reading. I haven't been this organized for a little while. What does group 1 need to hear, Spirit? What does group 1 need to hear? We have home. And this is honestly feeding into that 4 of Wands energy. The warmth in this card always just tears me up. I love this card so much, and it comes out at a time when we need to know that we are safe, we are protected, and the main thing that we should be focusing on is our own comfort and stability. Actually, that's the other side of this 4 of Wands is stability. So I do feel like you have recently processed some changes, some big changes. And perhaps you're kind of like, oh, is this the calm before the storm? Know that while there is more change coming, it is positive change. It isn't the kind of change that is intended to destroy everything you have created. The only things that will be taken from your life are the things that aren't serving you, are the things that don't belong in your path, the illusions that you're holding on to. If it is meant for you, it will find you. It is meant to be in your life. And this home card is really just asking you to use this time to regenerate, to rest, to regain your stability, your structure, to accept what you can control and to not worry about what you cannot. This home card is really calling you to rejuvenate, to allow yourself to heal in this moment. Don't get frustrated if you don't feel like a lot is happening. There is so much happening in the bigger picture around you, group 1. Just remember that you are never alone here. You are being guided. And if you find your daily routine less hectic or less busy than it usually is, then that means that there are people who are taking on those burdens for you. You are given this opportunity now, and I'm seeing transformation and reconciliation here. So you are being given this opportunity to just really repair, to really rebuild, and I feel like you need to gain that confidence. Here's talent again. Interesting. But I do want to show you this reconciliation card coming through, which was actually going to be over there. So if you are experiencing a bit of a quiet moment in your life right now after some pretty crazy changes, this is the chance for you to heal, for you to allow the tail end of this transformation to take place, for you to gain the strength that you require to continue. Because remember, life is a journey. We move in cycles and it's never ending. I really feel that now isn't the time to get complacent, but use this time to regenerate, to gain that stability you require in order to continue, because there is some sort of reconciliation on the cards. And right now, the best thing that you can do is gain that confidence that you possess, that inner confidence. You're going to need that. You are most like yourself when you have this confidence. It's not about your ego, it's about knowing yourself and accepting yourself and exuding the real you, the real talented, gifted you to the world. That is going to help create this opportunity for balance and reconciliation. I'm going to move over to the Work Your Light Oracle cards now. What does Group 1 need to hear most right now, Spirit? And I don't usually read reversals in this deck. What does Group 1 need to hear most right now? We have protection, 100%, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. This is really giving me that teamwork energy of you are not alone. And we're seeing more of that pink in this card, that pink and that indigo. Your intuition is spot on. Allow yourself to follow what you know is true. It's not about your logical mind right now. Trust that there is so much happening in the background, and I feel as though you could be at the center of this. It's not about limiting yourself to options by surrounding yourself with your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are also there to help you navigate through the lower vibrational energies that you encounter. Things like doubt as well as anxiety, the things that aren't serving you. They still find you when they are meant to, because they are challenges that we at times need to overcome in order to become closer to our paths, in order to feel more connected to our truths. But that doesn't mean that we are required to dwell in them. So our guides are here to protect us against those lower vibrational energies that limit us from achieving our true potential. This protection is very powerful, and it's a firm reminder, Group 1, that you aren't alone. At this moment in time, you might be feeling quite impatient and restless. Perhaps you're a very proactive person naturally. Spirit is indicating that you need to call back your power. Your true power is your confidence and your joy. That is your true power, Group 1. Everything else in your life isn't serving you, especially the doubt, especially the fear. Now, your other card is Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And ironically, this is going over teamwork. Work with others to make this situation come about. This card is quite beautiful. And this deck is littered with that beautiful pink color. But I feel like your soul family, if you have people around you who are concerned about you, who you feel comfortable enough talking to about this situation that you're going through, do reach out to them. Sometimes we don't even need to talk. We just want to be around them. We want to feel their energy. We want to reconnect. We want to recharge with them. If you have someone in your life who helps recharge your energy rather than take from your energy, now is the time to call on them, to gain that confidence. These are the people who know the real us, who understand our values, who understand our beliefs, who understand that we aren't the same, and who accept us for who we are. If you have people like that in your life who can help you regain your confidence, then do call them in, because they are going to help you get back on track. One more card from this deck for Group 1. What do they need to hear most right now? I got two. So we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Wow, that's big. Oh, goodness. And this is going over change, happy surprise, and you are gifted, as well as balance, reconciliation, and talent. So there is change coming. That's why you need to work on your energy right now. That's why you need to rebuild what you have recently lost or what you have recently changed. You are still transforming. There is something big coming towards you. How are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess on this card is making me think of the High Priestess as well. but her hands in this picture and her solar plexus chakra are beaming. So it's not so much about your intuition here. Right now you're in a state of healing. But in the future, you will be called to act. Once you have the confidence you need to proceed, you will be called to act. With your hands, with your solar plexus chakra, you will need to move forward. And we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You're definitely leaving something behind and walking into something new. And honestly, this card is reminding me of having to walk out of doubt, you know, when you're just surrounding yourself with, negative opinions and negative ideals and doubt, like that's not going to work. Oh, that logically that doesn't make sense. There's no way that that could happen. I understand that that might be what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, but realistically that could never happen. You need to step out of that. This card is calling you to remain here in this land of joy, in this land of happiness, of confidence, on your path of knowing what you deserve and calling it towards you. We had that here, call back your power, call in your tribe. How are you being called to step up? You have a calling right now to realign yourself with what you truly believe in, what you truly feel, and what you truly deserve. But in order to accept that, you need to gain your confidence again. You need to go back to your home, a place surrounded by people or things that make you feel comfortable and confident to be your true self. Fall in love with yourself again, Group 1. Remind yourself who you truly are. Don't compare yourself to others, and remind yourself that you deserve to be happy. However, your true happiness comes from within. And once you realize that, nobody can take that away from you. You will always have that with you. Your bottom deck energy is leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. You are going to hit a moment here where you need to act. And I feel like this is a reminder that you aren't alone in this, okay? With this leap, you go first. The best thing that you can do, that leap, is really a leap of faith. It's not about, oh, I'm going to do this crazy thing that I've always wanted to do. I mean, if you want to, you can. But it's a leap of faith. It's putting your faith in your guides. It's putting your faith in the beings that support you on your journey, and understanding that you aren't alone. Understanding that some burdens aren't your responsibility to bear. And some of that is the doubt that you've allowed to create this uncertain outcome. Yes, you don't know what's going to happen, but that isn't your burden to bear. You can create your happiness right here and right now, and that is going to attract your reconciliation much, much quicker. Now I'm going to use the energy oracle cards as well. What does Group 1 need to hear most right now, Spirit? What does Group 1 need to hear most right now? Action. Number 17, changes are coming. Solar plexus chakra is waiting to be awakened, but I feel like you don't need to worry about that yet, okay? Right now you do need to heal. We have the temple path confirming that. The temple path for me is like a checkpoint in your journey, an opportunity to rest, to acknowledge how far you've come, to celebrate how far you've come. Group 1, look back on the person you were last year or 3 years ago, or last month for some of you. The change has been that recent. Look back on your achievements and appreciate the person you are becoming. Acknowledge that you've done so much progress already, while acknowledging that you need to rest because your work isn't done. The temple here gives us an opportunity to rest and recover so that we can continue our journey into this action mode. Go home, surround yourself with people who help you realize your strengths, who help you gain your confidence, who remind you of the beautiful person that you are, because when the moment comes to act, you are going to be called to step up. Can I get another card for Group 1? We have Door to Spirit. Absolutely. You're never alone, but this card is reminding you that Spirit is always there, checking up on you, guiding you, helping you through this. Door to Spirit is telling me that you may need to really start paying attention to what's coming. The messages have been right there for you to see, Group 1, and perhaps I'm actually not saying anything that you haven't already heard or that you haven't already sensed. But this is just a reminder again that you aren't alone. The Door to Spirit is open on this card. but it requires you to be open to receive the messages coming towards you as well. So I feel like you are incredibly intuitive, group one. However, some of these messages haven't been able to ground themselves in your subconscious because your subconscious is filled at the moment with a lot of doubt and uncertainty. Relax, everything is okay. Bottom deck energy in this deck is the garden and the gate. You will be facing a decision soon. Yes, you are safe in the garden that you have created. Yes, your garden is created abundantly. However, there is more out there. There is more waiting for you beyond this gate. You can choose to stay where you are, to live as you are, and to never gain any more, or you can take that leap of faith and walk through the gate to create your new garden. This is a decision. You can stay where you are comfortable, or you can move forward into the unknown. Remember that you've done this before. You had to do this before. This garden didn't appear by itself. You created it in the first place. By leaving it behind doesn't mean that you can't revisit it, but it does mean that you need to recreate it. You will have the opportunity to create something with someone very soon with this 3. It's creation. This is interesting. I've never done it like this before. I'm getting interested by the messages. All right, Spirit, group 1. What does group 1 need to hear most right now? What does group 1 need to hear most right now? The garden and the gate. Exciting times, group 1. That's beautiful energy. So this uncertainty is coming to an end. It involves you opening your heart space, however, and you shouldn't be focusing on opening your heart to others. You actually just need to open your heart to yourself right now, group 1. Your heart is blocked to yourself, and in doing that, it's creating negativity for yourself that you don't need. But this uncertainty is going to end. You're going to have clarity that you need to move forward. Now, group 1, Spirit. Talisman. Oh, interesting. The imagery on this card is incredible. So at her feet, we see her standing on a rune. I'm terrible with runes. I don't know what that is. But on her other foot, she's standing on a yin-yang symbol. In her hand, she has a lantern. And on her arm, there is a dragon. Like, excuse me, could we get any more symbolism? That is insane. And then she's got this cloth. However, her shoulder is bare and there's more symbols etched onto her skin as if marking. This card speaks to me about destiny. It speaks to me about balance. It speaks to me about fortune. It also speaks to me about protection with that rune and the talisman, guidance with that lantern. I'm having this feeling as though it's literally just a summary of everything we've seen here. You are guided, you are protected, balance is coming. There's also this indication that she's stepping forward. There's hesitancy there. Her body language is a little bit closed off with the way that she's guarding her other arm. Perhaps she's just holding onto the sheet and hoping the wind doesn't blow it away. But there's this hesitancy to step forward, but the balance is right there at her foot, asking her to step towards it. She's hesitantly got her foot on the edge of it, as if too hesitant to leave this protection rune down here. So just know that you are protected throughout your journey. Just because you feel comfortable right now doesn't mean that the change that is coming towards you is going to destroy everything. And I say that with a smile because I know this feeling all too well. Sometimes you fear like life is going too well. What crap is going to come next, you know? I just feel like you are going to be protected, especially when you take this leap forward, especially when you take this leap of faith towards your next objective, your next goal. You are being called to step up, but right now you need to gain that confidence. Your protection is always around you. I just realized we had this card, Magical Map Shifter. So this card is the Spellcasting Oracle Cards deck. Is it? No, this one is the Enchanted Map Oracle Cards deck. So the number on this card is 52, which reduces itself to a 7 as well. Know that the changes that you are going through are temporary, first of all. The 7s also indicate overcoming obstacles, choosing your battles. This feeling as though the confusion, and literally look at him juggling all of this, the confusion is weighing heavily right now. There are changes coming. However, it's not going to be as confusing as here, you know? You're only feeling blindfolded because your logical mind is telling you one thing while your intuition is telling you the other. Some of these choices aren't real choices. The truth will be revealed when you allow yourself to follow your intuition, to follow your heart. Your heart is telling you the truth. Your intuition is attempting to guide you through this, but your logical mind is creating doubt and is creating fear and confusion. Your logical mind is telling you that can't be true. This is what would happen. This is the facts. This is the cold, hard, black and white facts, when in actual reality, life isn't black and white. People aren't black and white, you know? There's so many facets involved, and there's so much happening that you just simply cannot comprehend because it isn't your burden to bear. So trust your intuition, trust your heart, and follow those powers towards your truth, because your logical mind is your real limiter right now. I just want to get one more card from this deck. What else does Group 1 need to hear most right now? We have rock bottom. And I feel like this is your biggest fear, Group 1. You don't want to go back there. Many of you have experienced rock bottom or been very close to it before. You don't want to go back there. You're telling yourself, if I do this, not only am I going to look like a fool, not only will I have destroyed everything that I've created, but I'm going to hit rock bottom again, or I'm going to lose everything. That is not the case. What I'm feeling here is balance. I'm feeling that reconciliation. I'm feeling that you are so supported and guided in this situation that as long as you trust your heart, as long as you trust the messages you are receiving through your crown chakra, through your third eye, you cannot fail. When the time comes to act, make sure you step up and take what you rightfully deserve. You will be crossing this threshold, but you need to believe that you deserve more. If you allow yourself to dwell in negativity, to dwell in doubt, to dwell in fear, then there is no way you will cross that threshold. You create your own happiness, and it starts within. Until you believe, you cannot achieve. No one can give you the happiness that you don't possess for yourself, except you. You have to create that happiness from within. I feel as though you do need to work with someone in order to create this reconciliation. But until that moment comes, because remember, we can't control the when and the how, until that moment comes, you need to reconcile within yourself. You need to create that confidence within yourself. You need to take that leap of faith towards yourself. Remember everything that you have created for yourself. Remember how far you've come. You know, you cannot control this situation, but you can control your fears for right now. You need to relax because everything is okay. The answer that you're seeking is love, Spirit is saying. Love for yourself, love for the person that you are and that you are becoming. Love for the person that you were and for the fact that you had the strength to overcome your adversity. I'm going to cry for you now. Holy heck. Group 1, you're an incredible person. You are talented. You are gifted. You are unique. You don't need to compare yourself to others. Something very good is about to happen. The changes that you are going through are positive. Your bottom deck energy involves you making a choice. This is another 30. We had the 30 here as well. You have the opportunity to step through that gate and to create your garden again. Because this garden, as beautiful and as safe and as accomplished as it isn't everything that you deserve. You deserve more, Spirit is saying. But it is up to you to take that leap towards that future. You deserve more, Group 1. So that is where I'm going to call your reading, Group 1. I hope that was informative. I hope that that offered you the guidance that you need for right now when you're receiving the information. Take what resonates and don't let the rest take from you. But do stay safe, Group 1, and I'll see you in another video. Bye! Hi, Group 2, and welcome. If you chose this amethyst shard, then this is going to be your reading. Group 2, I just got so excited to see you. I don't know who you are, but this happens for every group in every reading that I do. I get really excited to see them. So welcome back. You may be the same person that I got excited for last time, but regardless, it is a pleasure and a privilege to be able to read to you today, or for you today. Now today we're asking Spirit, What do you need to hear right now? What information do you need most right now? What guidance, what wisdom? How can we help you on your journey is what I'm going to be asking. All right, so group 2, I just want to say that at the time that I'm posting this, I do believe that most of my videos are timeless. I create them with that intention so that they find you when they are meant to. However, if you're watching this as soon as I'm uploading it, I do have a giveaway at the moment, group 2. So I have my Instagram account linked in the description box below. Follow my Instagram account for information on how to win. I don't like using that word, but how to have the chance to receive one of my channeled messages oracle decks, as well as a bunch of other goodies. It's going to be the first of many giveaways that I'm planning. I want to do at least 2 more with my channeled messages oracle decks, and I'm just going to be adding other stuff to those packs. All right, group 2, let's get into it. I'm starting with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart oracle deck. I will be linking all the decks in the description box below if you're curious. Group 2 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What does Group 2 need to hear most right now? Hey, we have the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Find balance. Okay, I'm going to get more, but Spirit seems to be indicating that some of you are needing to let go of something. We have 20 Blossom, which is usually the Judgment card. The truth will set you free, Spirit is indicating. Yeah, I just think of that Pharrell Williams song with Rihanna. The line is, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. And I feel like that could have been what happened here, group 2. Your crystal, the amethyst for me, is always linked to intuition. Now with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, there is a simple solution to this issue that you were facing, but it's almost like you don't want to face that solution. The truth is here. The truth is waiting for you to take it. Look, the truth is giving you the opportunity to create something here. The truth is like, yes, sadly, this involves you leaving something behind, but you have the potential to create so much here. You almost need to let go of the choices that you think you have. Some things in your life are more complicated than they need to be right now. Can I get one more card from this deck? Oh, again. So this came out for group 1 as well, the 7 of Pentacles. I feel that there are a lot of us who are expecting something to happen, and either it hasn't happened yet or it isn't happening in the way that we had intended it to happen. And that is the key here to your advice, is that it is going to happen. However, it may not be happening in the way that you intended it to happen. Because remember, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off with this Blossom card. You are intended for something greater than you have settled for. My 2 of Pentacles reversed, to me, indicates someone who is settling for the chaos they currently have. They're settling for the complex, confusing situation that they have. They're refusing to let go of something that is demanding too much energy. And the 7 of Pentacles here is telling you that what you're waiting for isn't going to come until you clear the way for it. You can't possibly take to any more in your life. Look how many roots this person has throughout their body. They've taken too much on. There's no more room for growth. You've become root bound in some ways. Bottom deck energy for this card is solar plexus chakra. The time to act is now. All systems go with the solar plexus chakra. Another 3, another feeling of fertility, of abundance, of growth, of creativity. I feel like you have that passion, you have that desire, but there's a little bit of hesitancy to take it on board. Perhaps some of you have already instigated this change. That could be another reason why our 2 of Pentacles is reversed. Some of you, group 2, have allowed yourself to examine your situation and go, holy heck, why am I juggling all of this? This is not making me happy. I don't actually need to worry about this yet. Why am I even bothering about that? And yes, I love this, but I don't have room for it now. I can't control this one. And geez, I'd love to work towards that, but I don't have this. You know, so it's just about reflecting and re-examining, and I think that some of you have done that already, and it's allowing the truth to come to you, because there's no real denial here. With the Blossom card upright, you are accepting the truth. However, it may have been very uncomfortable for you to hear. And now you're kind of like, well, what next? You've rattled me. You've told me the truth. Well, what next? How am I supposed to move forward? Spirit is saying simply love. The Six of Cups is here as well. I just got to get rid of that. That was about to disrupt our reading and notification. The Six of Cups is talking to us about a nostalgic love. This sort of love runs deep. And actually, speaking of love, I love how on this card, the Six of Cups is reflected by this older sort of man and this younger male as well. And it's kind of talking about the fact that not all of our soulmates are romantic. And this sort of love, it kind of exceeds generation. It's a recognition of compatibility, and I'm not saying it in a romantic way, but not all soulmates are romantic. I feel like you are going to be getting the truth, however, it isn't exactly how you perceived it to be. Anyway, we're going to get more cards though, because I really want to continue getting you information about your situation. So group 2, Spirit. We're using the Spellcasting Oracle cards now. What information does group 2 need to hear? We have empowerment. Oh, this lady has incredibly striking features. She just kind of pops out of the card. And this circular thing behind her, it could be a moon, it could be a sun, but it is so powerful. It is really highlighting the strength in this woman's eyes. Empowerment is really calling you to embrace this situation for what it is. With this Two of Pentacles reverse, something is taking more from you than it needs to be. There's far too much energy being given to certain aspects of your life, and the Two of Pentacles can be indicated by 2 pentacles being juggled. However, it doesn't necessarily mean A and B, 1 and 2, a black and white situation. It could indicate, as on this card, that there are a lot of things in your life that are creating little moments of energetic responsibility that are all adding up to an overall feeling of being drained. You know, it might only take you 10 minutes to do that for that person, but then the other person comes and they want 10 minutes of your time here, and suddenly this responsibility needs attention, and this one, and before you know it, you have no time for yourself. Now is the time to really pay attention to your own needs, to empower yourself, to remind yourself of what you need and what you don't need, what is serving you and what isn't serving you, what do you need to release and what do you need to focus on, which is interesting. It's similar to group 1, but different again, because for you, it feels like you want something to come into your life, but you don't have room for it yet. And that's almost being confirmed with this manifestation card. You want something to come to you, and with this card, it is coming. It will come, but you need to clear the road for it first. You need to allow it to have room to take root in your life, because at the moment you are incredibly root bound. You need to let go of some of the responsibilities you've taken on board, group 2. There are things in your life that aren't serving you, but are taking up a lot of your time and energy. Group 2, Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What does group 2 need to hear most right now? Okay, we have family here. So for some of you, there is a family situation that is incredibly taxing on your health and your time, and some of you it's your finances, but it takes up a lot of your time. It's not to say that it's a toxic situation, and it's not to say that you need to cut your family out, but you do need to re-examine the energy that you're feeding into that connection. Some of these people are strong enough to stand on their own. You don't need to do everything for them. It's about accepting responsibility for where it genuinely lies. And I think for some of you, you seem to assume that role with this particular person or people. You seem to be this protector person, regardless of gender. I'm more drawn to this figure who seems to be pulling his family through this paddock. You seem to be the one who needs to do this for everyone else, who needs to take charge, who needs to take action. You know, this is my family, they're my responsibility, I have to do this for them, and I need to protect them, and I've got to find the time to do this for them, and I've got to find the balance for them, and their life may be in shambles, but I need to do this for them. Please remember that soulmates are brought into our lives for a reason. However, their karma is not your responsibility. Their healing is not your responsibility. At a certain point, you have to reevaluate that relationship and decide, well, what am I responsible for? And I'm not talking about letting a newborn child fend for themselves here, but there is people who feel like family in your life who are expecting so much more from you than you can physically provide. You know, they're waiting for you, and you're all just sort of waiting for this to end almost at this point. So it is a good idea that you reevaluate and look at the imagery in these cards. I don't know if they all have that, but there's 3 perfectly circular moons here. You don't have room for this because these people are taking up too much of your time. And again, it's not about cutting family members out of your life, but it is about reevaluating those connections and understanding where some people need to stand on their own and they need to empower themselves in the way that you're able to empower yourself. Focusing on your own needs and allowing them to focus on their own needs. Their karma is not your responsibility. Bottom deck energy is peace. You really need peace in your life right now. You really need the moment to be still, to be able to examine what is and what isn't serving you. And again, it's not about cutting people out. It's about having healthy boundaries. It's about knowing what is your responsibility and what isn't, with those 2 cards there. All right, I'm going to move forward. I want to get some of the energy oracle cards for you as well. So group 2 spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What does group 2 need to hear most right now? We have daughter value, which was reversed. However, I don't read reversals. Now, the daughter value is, again, reminding me of money. You do have 2 pentacles here, and I do feel like there are people in your life who expect a lot of your time, who expect a lot of your money, perhaps. There's something that is physically contributing to a decline in your health as well. It may be giving you headaches. You may be just feeling very run down right now. It's about focusing on what truly matters, though, creating moments of memories rather than needing to extend what you don't have. Spirit is saying this daughter value needs to be deepened beyond the material world, focusing on what truly matters, focusing on what you truly need. I definitely feel like someone is just using you as this pit of energy and money, and I think that there is something more out there that you deserve. It's waiting for you. I'm going to get more cards from this deck though. Group 2 spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? We have community reversed, but I'm going to read it upright. I don't usually like reading reversals in this deck unless it depends on the reading, really. So on this card we see 3 women all wearing different gowns. One of them's playing a musical harp. However, interestingly enough, they all look very lavish. They don't look like they're working. You have people who depend on you 100%. They feed off your energy. They feed off whatever you can give them. I feel as though they expect too much from you. This message keeps coming through. It's another 7, just like the 7 of Pentacles down here. They expect too much from you. They're taking from you in a way that you aren't getting enough back. There's an imbalance here, 100%, which is why you need to find that balance. Some of these people just need to be told and just need to be shown how to do this for themselves, that they have overstepped, that they are impeding on your personal boundaries. They will still be with you when you do this, but you do need to show them that you have boundaries. These people don't see boundaries right now. They expect more from you. They are taking more and more and more because you haven't shown them that you don't have more to give. They need to see where your boundaries lie. With the 7 here, you do need to be assertive. You do need to re-examine where you're investing your energy. Choose your battles wisely, but you need to assert yourself here. These people are going to continue to ask. They're going to continue to take because they think you have more to give. Until you tell them, until you empower yourself and focus on what you need, they are going to continue to expect this from you. Group 2 spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? I feel like this community will appreciate you taking this power back and being straightforward with them, because naturally, you can't, there's no such thing as an infinite supply of something. Energy comes from somewhere. It can't just be given and given and given. We need to get it from somewhere, and the same goes for money. It needs to come from somewhere. These people need to know that they can't continue to take from you. And once they're made aware, they will appreciate you for the fact that you can stand strong in who you are. If they are family, they will forgive you. They will understand you. They will understand your needs. If there's someone who cares about you, who genuinely loves you, they will appreciate the fact that you've been honest with them and that you've told them what you can and cannot do. They will treasure you for the being that you are and not for the being that you have, not for what you have accumulated, So group 2 spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? We have first chakra, Archangel Michael. Call on him for support. This unbalanced situation, it starts from your root, your first chakra. You do need to ground yourself. You need to reconcile with yourself in the way that you can create this empowerment, honestly, this confidence, this ability to stand up for what you truly deserve. It's about creating healthy boundaries here. Archangel Michael can help you with this. He can help you ground your root chakra again. There's this feeling of being uprooted. And honestly, your root chakra just needs to be healed in general. You've become root bound. You want something, but you can't get it because there's too much already within you. There's too much around you. There's too much in your life. You need to let go of these things. So Archangel Michael can help you with this. You can choose to pray to him. You can choose to do a root chakra cleansing through a sound bath on YouTube. It doesn't have to be that complicated at all, but do know that it starts from your root here. Your root chakra at the moment is needing attention. And I've recently started looking into chakras more. I only first became aware of chakras through like a very basic and beginner yoga class, and then I got these decks that showed me more about the chakras, and I did a little bit of reading. No way at all an expert, but it is very interesting to know how your chakras align with your daily life and the challenges you face, and how you can realign them to help heal you and to help keep you calibrated on your path. Now we have all tied up as your bottom energy. Absolutely, you want something, but you can't do anything right now. You need to liberate yourself. You need to free yourself. You need to empower yourself. Focus on your own needs. You want this new beginning. You want to manifest this opportunity for growth. Well, the truth is you don't have room for this growth right now. You need to cut things from your life. You need to cut responsibilities from your life. You are taking on far too much right now. Group 2 spirit, what do they need to hear most? What do they need to hear most right now, Spirit? Group 2, sorry. Group 2, what do they need to hear most right now? We have very soon, and drink more water. Very soon, what you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So that's marvelous. Now this is similar to the root chakra color. This card is actually about your sacral chakra now. With the chakras are coming through today. We got solar plexus, root chakra, and now we got the sacral. I'm really feeling this passion here, this desire to create, this desire for more. You do deserve more, and it will come to you as soon as you clear the path, as soon as you empower yourself, you make this decision to step forward into your power. You are a keen manifester, okay? 100% with this card here. You are very good at manifesting. All you need to do is create room in your life for this to come to you. And we have water here. Just be mindful of the things you are putting into your body. Sometimes we run out of time to prepare healthy meals, and all of these things add up. The things that we put into our bodies start to create, especially if it's negative, we start to feel a negative energy around us. Suddenly we don't have the energy to do this. We don't have the energy to do that. And it's because we didn't allow ourselves the times to fuel ourselves properly. And that's essentially what this is talking about, fueling your body so that you are able to do the things that you do. A Two of Pentacles person has a lot on their plate, and in order to be able to do all of these things, Spirit is asking you to take care of the vessel you have been given. Feed yourself, water yourself, allow yourself to have the best opportunity to overcome the challenges you face. Now, Group 2 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? 100%. Empowerment, believe in yourself, just be yourself. It's about having healthy boundaries as well. That's the main thing that I'm feeling. Now with this believe in yourself, none of these cards are alone. There is such a strong feeling as though you have the responsibilities of either children or there's someone in your life that you care for. It's not about cutting them out. It's about establishing healthier boundaries and giving yourself time to fulfill your own needs here. With this water card, there is two unicorns. With this family card, there are 4 people. There are 3 people up here. There are 2 unicorns on this card. There is a unicorn and a little child on this card. There is this feeling that you have people in your life that you are responsible for, and it's not about cutting them out of your life. It's just about allowing yourself to have healthy boundaries with them so that you can fulfill your own needs. Believe in yourself, just be yourself, empower yourself. Now bottom deck energy has relax, everything's okay, which was interestingly the same bottom deck energy for group 1 in this deck. So don't worry, it's all going to be fine, Spirit is saying. This is lovely to hear. Let's be real. We need that confirmation. Now I'm going to move over to work your light. What does group 2 need to hear, Spirit? What does group 2 need to hear most? So if you're worried about someone in your family, Spirit is indicating that it is going to be okay. Also, this is contradicting what I was saying before about responsibility, but do make the most of the time that you spend with them. So that means you don't need to focus on money. It's not about creating the most expensive experience. It's about creating a long-lasting, memorable experience. And that doesn't mean you need to have a lot of money. It's about making the most of the situations that you have. It doesn't mean visiting that person every single day, unless, they are a minor who you are in direct care of, full custody of. But I just feel like you can work smarter here, not harder. You can have your cake and eat it, in the sense that you can spend good quality time with these people while allowing yourself quality time by yourself. Don't worry, it's all going to be fine. Some of these people need to stand up for themselves and to assume their own responsibility. They need the opportunity to realize they can do it. And it's about empowering yourself and them to do it. Now, group 2, Spirit, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Wow. And look at how this lady is she kneeling? Yeah, she's kind of sitting next to this body of water with her eyes closed, just listening. And honestly, that is what you're being called to do right now, group 2. It's not so much about continuing with the chaos that is around you, because I feel like you do have a lot going on. It's not to say it's all chaos, but there is a lot going on. You need to create a moment of stillness to understand what you truly need, to understand what your soul is calling you to do. Spirit is guiding you through this. Honestly, you have so many chakras here, and you have Archangel Michael calling in. The angels are there, but they can't help you until you call on them for support, which is why that card has come up as well. You need to call on your angels, your spirit guides, for support. Group 2, Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? All right, we have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. Again, look at all the people on this card. Some of them are statues, but they're still consuming the space on this card. Now, sisterhood is really calling to me. It's this feeling of family again, connection. You don't need to cut these people out, but you do need to establish healthy boundaries. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion. These people care about you a lot. They think very highly of you, and they will only think more highly of you once you assume your power again, once you take back the responsibility of your life. Remember that you create your own happiness here. What you do right now will dictate your future and tomorrow. So it is important that you try to find this balance. And I'm just called to that beautiful sphere around the center person's head. And look at their hands. They're wanting to act, but they need more information first. You will be, and I feel like you are quite active or proactive people, but you do need this moment of stillness first to understand what to do. Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. Some of you are very responsible for those around you. You feel obligated to teach them. But teaching isn't always about doing for. You have to show them how to do it for themselves. These people need that opportunity to be more independent so that you can be more liberated, so that you're not all tied up anymore. Um, the sisterhood feeling does tell me it could be family again. I do feel like these are people that you are related to by blood. If not, they feel very much like family. Group 2 spirit, priestess. Priestess again, that was on the bottom of this card here. So how are you being called to step up and lead? Remember, some people don't know how to do it until they're shown first. And how can they expect to do it for themselves if you can't give yourself the time to do it for yourself? You know, it's not about taking in and assuming the role for them. It's not about stepping in, and assuming the role for them. It's about withdrawing and showing them that you need time for yourself. And maybe that's exactly what they need as well. Maybe it isn't fair on anyone that you have assumed the responsibilities over their lives. This priestess card, you're feeling incredibly called to act. I'm always drawn to the solar plexus chakra and the hands that are illuminated here. There's this desire to do, there's this desire to act, to do for. I want to do this, I want to fix them, I want to heal them, I want to solve all of their problems. But that isn't helping them because they don't know how to do it for themselves then. The best thing that you can do for yourself and for them is to fix the areas of your life that have been lacking. A Two of Pentacles situation can tell us that we aren't focusing on the things that we need to be. We are being called to surrender to the things that we cannot control because there are other areas of our lives that are lacking. There are other areas of our lives that need energy, that need us to address them. So instead of looking outwards at how you can help other people, you really need to look in the mirror and examine how you can help yourself. What areas of your life, Group 2, have been lacking due to the responsibilities that you've taken on? Bottom deck energy is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Oh my Lord. Not only do you have Archangel Michael here, you have the grandmother of Jesus. You are so protected, Group 2. And this is something that has been needing to happen for a very long time. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Look at all the people at the bottom of this card. And Anna is watching over all of them as such an ancient being, watching over you, Group 2. You are never alone. Everything happens for a reason, and you stepping back will have its own repercussions, but not in a bad way. These people need to be empowered to live their own lives in the way that you are being called to live your own life. There are definitely connections that are taking, then they need the opportunity to give to themselves. Now, Group 2 Spirit, what do they most need to hear right now? This is a very specific message. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Group 2 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? Look at this messy shuffling. Some people really hate the way I shuffle, but listen, it's about the messages, not the way we get them. Magic Stream, interesting. I want to get one more card for you. Group 2 Spirit. What does Group 2 need to hear most right now? Alright, so your bottom deck energy is Bone Collector. Now, I won't read reversals in this deck, although they do allow reversals. This is the number 1. This is literally like manifestation, another circular sort of sphere thing around this person's head. And look at that clock. The numbers are kind of out of sorts, but the message is still there. The Bone Collector tells me that you have all the tools you need to succeed here. You have all the information you need to succeed here. The only thing standing in your way is you. You need to assume responsibility over your own life. Now, the Bone Collector is someone who works divinely. They have the rhythm of life sort of running through their veins. There is a more official meaning in the beautiful guidebook, but I usually read intuitively. This Bone Collector is next level ethereal. It's about embracing the things that you do know and accepting what you don't know and bluffing it till you make it. Very similar to the Magician card. There's something quite immediate happening to you, Group 2. I'm just feeling the energy of this rabbit here. They move so fast. There's something quite immediate happening to you. And this manifestation card with the blossom, it just needs room to ground. You don't have any room in your life for this thing to ground. It's coming towards you though. and it's not moving slowly. It wants to be in your life now. So we have dry desert reversed. I'm going to read that because your life is not dry. It's anything but dry. There is so much going on in your life that you almost need to not purge it to this point, but you do need to take things out of there. The number 31 here is asking you to embrace this new beginning. You do have fertility coming towards you, the creation of something brand new. However, there's a little bit too much going on right now. Again, very soon, something very soon is going to be grounding itself, but it needs the room to ground. We have Magic Stream, which is kind of playing into the moon for me with the 8, but this is a 1 and an 8, which reduces to a 9. Kind of giving me this energy of being not isolated, but having solitude to get all the information that you need. Spirit is indicating that you already have it, but perhaps you haven't had the opportunity to process all of it because life has been so crazy lately, because there's been so much going on that you haven't had the space, the time to actually sit still and examine what you already know. All the information is there. It's laying in your subconscious with that moon. This magic stream holds all the answers that you need, but you need to be still enough to hear it. This kind of stream doesn't make a lot of noise. It runs deep, but it runs deep within. You need to be still to hear the answers. The stork is definitely bringing some sort of news. Something is coming towards you 100%. Now the other card we have is making a choice. It's reversed, but I do feel that you have a decision here. You can have more abundance, you can have more fertility, but you need to accept one path and leave behind the other. Now again, that's not about leaving people behind, but there are responsibilities that you don't need to take on board. There are boundaries that you need to set. This making a choice, look at the difference in the paths here. The path here is so rocky and unstable and irregular, and you don't really know where the hell you're walking on next. And then they got separated into very clear, almost identical roads. You don't realize which path you're on until you reach the door, until you open the door actually, because even the doors look similar. And then you're able to see exactly where you've gotten. Now I feel like some of you have already gone over here and you've gone, wow, I didn't realize I was on the wrong path until it was too late. The truth is, Group 3, although your door is open, it isn't too late to walk back and take the other door, okay? It isn't too late to close that door and go, nope, not for me. I'm going to go over here. The path is still there. This choice isn't indefinite. You have the ability right now to change your decision. This number 30 is giving you the opportunity to step through a new door, to make the choice for you. So Group 2, that was interesting. I'm not too sure what's going on for you, but I hope that guidance was helpful. There was a lot of very specific messaging here, so take what resonates and don't let the rest take from you, Group 2. But I hope that was informative for you so that you're able to move forward in your life, making an informed decision. Look after yourself, Group 2, and I'll see you in another video. Bye! Hi, Group 3, and welcome. Wow, that was a very different reading. I hope I didn't scare any of you. Very different intro, should I say. Group 3, I'm way too excited to see you. We have the carnelian crystal here. If you chose this crystal, Group 3, then this is going to be your reading. I feel like I need to ground myself. I don't know where that energy came from. Holy heck. All right, so Group 3, today we are asking the Spirit for advice. That is literally the only question that I'm going to be asking the Spirit. I hope this reading is useful for you. I'm a firm believer that readings will find you when you are intended to have them. Just like everything in life, if it is meant for you, it will find you. But I feel like this reading is coming at a time when we really just need advice. There's a lot of confusion out there, there's a lot of uncertainty, and we just really need advice. So I'm using mostly oracle decks. If you're watching this video at the same time that I have posted it, then I would strongly encourage you to go and have a look at my Instagram account. I do have my first giveaway on that account. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to be able to do what I do, but I really want to give back to you. This is one of the 3 giveaways that I have planned. This giveaway will end in a week's time by Saturday, the 12th of September from memory. 12th of September, I think. It's either the 12th or the 11th. All information is on my Instagram account though, so I would strongly encourage, you to have a look at that if you're watching this at the time that I'm posting it. Now, group 3. I want to get advice for you. I want to get guidance. I'm going to be asking Spirit, what do you need to hear most right now? I'm starting with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck. All decks will be linked in the description box below. Group 3, Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What does group 3 need to hear most? There's a lot of shuffling going on here. I did shuffle my decks well, but goodness, it's just a little bit all over the place. Group 3, Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What do they need to hear most right now? What does group 3 need to hear most right now? Alright, so we've got 4 cards here. Am I supposed to take them all? Yeah. Okay, so your first card is the 9 of Wands. I was about to say Pentacles. My mouth literally said and then managed to say Wands. So the 9 of Wands is a feeling of exhaustion. There's a feeling of reconsideration here. You almost have a moment to evaluate how much you've accomplished at this point. The 9 of Wands card is about perseverance, but in this deck, it's asking you to rest and reconsider, which is leading me to believe that some of the things that you have been fighting for, some of the things that you've been investing your energy in, and some of the things that you could have been working towards may need to be reevaluated. But more importantly, right now, more than anything, group 3, you do need the time to rest. Your next card is the 9 of Cups reversed. So this card is telling me that some of your dreams are coming to you in a way that you may not have been expecting. Some of you are feeling as though your wishes can't come true. The things that you've been wanting cannot be achieved. Now, I don't think that that's true. For this to be our second 9 card and for it to be reversed, there is a disconnect between your heart space. 100% your energy is a little out of alignment right now, group 3. What you want and what is coming is very different, and you need to remind yourself what truly matters to you here. With the 9 of Cups, there's some sort of disconnect through your emotional fulfillment right now. You aren't getting what you emotionally need right now, and yet you're still incredibly exhausted regardless. It's like you're not actually getting it, but you're exhausted anyway because you're fighting for it, or you're fighting for something else. I think Spirit is asking you, what do you really want here? Because you're exhausted, but you're not actually fighting for anything in particular. So what do you truly want? I might get some of my oracle cards. I didn't do this for any other groups, but for you, I think I just want black and white messages. Now, your other 2 cards, we have the 6 of Swords, Healing Begins, and look at the red, not red, excuse me, it's green. Look at the green on this card, group 3. This is calling your heart to open. This is calling for your heart to heal. It is time to move on from something in order to stay open for the new thing to come in. It feels like you need to make peace with yourself. You've been fighting something, and now is the time to rest. It's not to say that your wishes can't come true, but I feel as though you had been wanting something with someone who maybe wasn't for you. And that's why I want to get you channeled messages cards, because I want to figure out what the hell's going on. But your heart space needs the opportunity to heal here, and it's about being proactive, stepping into that, allowing yourself to move forward, allowing yourself to move on, allowing yourself to heal. But you can't even do that until you give yourself the time to rest and reconsider. Your dreams can come true, but I think you need to figure out what you want. Now, the other card is the 3 of Cups reversed. So we have Share the Love reversed. Some of you maybe have been in an unrequited love situation where you felt as though your love wasn't reciprocated. You may have given yourself to someone who wasn't able to receive, or you may have found yourself in a situation where someone was giving you something that you weren't able to receive. Whatever that situation is, it has affected your heart chakra, and you need to be able to give yourself the time to rest and heal your heart space right now. Now isn't the time to extend yourself. You need to figure out what exactly you want. But before you can do that, you need to heal. And Share the Love is reversed because you should be giving this love to yourself right now, group 3. Your heart needs the space to heal. And it's about being selfish right now, not extending yourself to others when you can't do it. Now the bottom deck, and I feel like one person in particular seems to have the key to your heart, and it's very hard for you to get to them. Now bottom deck energy in this deck is the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, some of you are in an unrequited love situation, or you recently fell out of love, or there was an unlucky love situation. For whatever reason, your heart space is blocked here. You're finding it hard to allow yourself to be open to that possibility. And I do firmly believe that you will be happy again. I do firmly believe that what is meant for us will find us, but you can't possibly extend yourself to anyone until you have healed what you don't already have. It's almost like all the love was sucked dry from you. You need to regenerate that. You need to give yourself the time to rest and reconsider where you're at and give that love to yourself. Don't let that love be taken and taken and taken. Healing begins, Spirit is indicating. I want to get you some channel messages real quick. This is from my Oracle deck. I didn't use this for any of the other groups, so I'm going to have to link it in the description box, and I hope group 1 and 2 don't ask why it wasn't used. But anyway, group 3, Spirit. What does group 3 need to hear most right now? You need to know that happiness should be your priority. This card is reversed. This is another 3. Sometimes I interpret this as the 3 of Cups. And in this situation, it actually feels like the 3 of Swords reversed. You need to pull the daggers out of your heart. You're actually betraying yourself right now. Give this love to yourself. Share the love with yourself. Happiness should be your priority, group 3. And remember that nobody can make yourself happy until you have that happiness from within. You can create happiness here and now in your present for yourself. What does group 3 need to hear most right now? What does group 3 need to hear most right now? What does group 3 need to hear most right now? Please know that you will have a new beginning in love, but you can't have that until you have healed. You will have a new beginning in love, 100%. You will, with this green chakra card. It's not even supposed to be a chakra card, but the green on this card is reminding me of your heart space, group 3, and the Fool here. It's never too late. It is never too late. Your dreams will come true. You just need the time and the space to figure some things out. And I think you need to understand what you want as well as what you deserve. In a good way, okay? I feel like you've recently encountered a karmic situation and you're healing from it, group 3. You need the space to heal. You need the time to heal in order to remind yourself of what you truly want. With this 2 here, I still don't have all the answers. You do have happiness coming to you. You do have someone coming to you. I can't say when because it's all dependent on your healing. Nothing can evolve until you have evolved here. You need to give this love to yourself. Happiness should be your priority, group 3. And this 2 is asking for you to reconcile with yourself. It's asking for you to come into union with yourself here. This 2 is telling you to have hope. You do have unity coming, but you need to be within union with yourself. I still don't have all the answers, but you are going to receive them. Once you allow yourself to be open to healing here with the 6 of Swords, you will have a lot of information come to you, a lot of clarity. Bottom deck energy is wait, 100%. Now is not the time to act. Now is the time to rest and reconsider and to allow your heart space to heal from the pain it has recently experienced. Now I'm going to move on to the Spellcasting Oracle deck. Group 3 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What do they need to hear most right now? What do they need to hear most right now? What does Group 3 need to hear most right now? Yeah, there's a lot of shuffling. I'm shuffling these cards a lot, but I feel like your life has shuffled around a lot as well, Group 3. You are completely different to my Group 1 and 2s. What does Group 3 need to hear most right now? What does Group 3 need to hear most right now? Ooh, Ooh, okay, I'm here for it. Oh, I see. All right, so there's a lot of messages here. Let me just power through these. Justice is coming. Balance is coming. What you deserve is coming to you. Good and bad. I feel like you've been through the bad patch. Now it's time to focus on the good, okay? What is meant for you will find you. Balance is being restored. Spirit is indicating that there could have been a fallout in the past. Know that what goes around comes around. If someone has done you wrong, it is going to be their own karma for them to deal with, but it also comes back to you, group 3. We create our own karma. It is time to focus on the positive. Look at all the white light on this card. Focus on the positive. That is the best way to attract good karma. You have to give in order to receive here. We are in control of our reality and we attract our karma. You have beauty here, which tells me you need to pay more attention to yourself. This person may appear vain, but in actual fact, it takes a lot. Some people aren't naturally comfortable with looking in the mirror. This is giving me the indication that you need to be reflecting on your own actions. You need to be taking ownership over your own responsibilities. And you also need to be appreciating the incredible person that you are. You are beautiful. Regardless of gender, you have a lot to offer. You need to ground yourself in your self-worth. Remind yourself of the incredible person that you are, group 3. And you might have done some things that were not the best recently, that were not a true testament of your character. But you're also capable of creating a lot of beautiful moments, and you are here on this earth for a reason. I feel like you need to appreciate yourself more with this card. You need to take time in your day, and whether you're comfortable with it or not, just look in the mirror for a little bit and appreciate the person that you are and what you have to offer this world. This beauty card is really just sort of telling me that you need to appreciate yourself. Now is the time to not just look at the flaws, because sometimes we're too quick to do that when we look in the mirror, but look at all of the beauty that you possess. Look at the strong person that you are and that you are becoming. And that is the best way that you can attract positive karma, because you need to start sharing the love with yourself here, group 3. We have freedom. Some of you have a lot of liberation coming. Now is the chance to really seize your opportunities around you. Don't let it limit you. If it is meant for you, it will find you. But this freedom card is asking you to liberate yourself. You're not as trapped as you appear. This cage doesn't exist. The real cage is in your mind. The limit does not exist, group 3. We also have psychic abilities. You are incredibly intuitive, and you have a lot of information coming to you. This card is, oh my god, this is the first time I've seen this card. It's very beautiful. There's a lot of colors here. There's also this deep indigo color, which is very strongly linked with your third eye chakra, your intuition. There is a lot of information coming to you, and there is a lot that you just seem to know. You can't explain it, and that's fine. You don't need to explain it. Spirit is asking you to really trust your intuition here. Not everything has a logical answer, but you are being guided in this situation, and information is coming to you with the intention of helping you to succeed. This information is valued, and you can trust it. It is positive, and it is there to help you succeed. That's also going to help you stand in your power here. Trust that gut feeling, group 3. Trust that gut feeling. We have protection, 100%. You are protected. You are being guided. There might be if you are a divine masculine watching this, there is a divine feminine, regardless of gender. There is a divine feminine watching over you. They may or may not have been in this world as a man or a woman, but their energy is quite nurturing. Their energy is quite protective. Their energy feels invested in your success. They are watching over you, and their goal is for you to succeed, group 3. They are here to guide you, and they are, I feel like they're always there. Like they drift into your mind. For some of you, group 3, this may be odd, but for some of you, this person isn't even passed on yet. They aren't actually dead yet, but they send their energy to protect you. They pray for you. They ask your spirits to look after you. They are constantly wishing you well. For others of you, this is a divine feminine spirit who is solely here to protect you. Their goal, whether they're dead or alive, is just to protect you and to ensure you success. Wow. Ooh, some of you might be pregnant as well. Just know that if you are pregnant, the life in your womb is being protected. You may have been experiencing complications. This is a tangent. Not all of you are pregnant. Not all of you probably want children. Not all of you are probably able to have children. But just know that if you are pregnant, group 3, the life in your womb is protected. There is this feeling as though this child is quite special. You may have experienced, and I'm sorry this is such a specific message and it's such a tangent, but you may have experienced miscarriages in the past with these butterflies. This is an angel baby. It is protected. It is here for a reason. And you will be, for some of you, you have recently lost a child and they are protected, they are being looked after. Anyway, that was a tangent. I don't usually get into that stuff, but that was a very specific message that came through. Bottom deck energy is forgiveness here. Now, I feel group 3, like the main person that you need to forgive is yourself. You need to forgive yourself. You need to allow yourself to see that new horizon, to see that sunrise, and to allow that sun to set on your dark days. Give yourself forgiveness here. Purge that energy. Give yourself the time, group 3, to actually experience these energies. It is okay to feel down. It is natural to have your days when you just have a lot of lower vibrational. I mean, I can't imagine being 100% love and light all the time. Not only would that be so exhausting, it is completely unrealistic. We experience these things for a reason, and it is important that you allow yourself the time to heal, the time to forgive, and the opportunity to move on. Group 3 spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? We have man holding a coin. So success is coming to you, regardless of gender. I feel like we might have a lot of masculines in this deck, in this group, sorry. But regardless of gender, success is coming towards you. You're being called to take a more assertive approach. Some of you may be switching careers. You may be having incredible lifestyle changes right now. Success is coming, but you need to be more assertive. You need to assume that role. Spirit is indicating that you need to take charge of your finances here. There's been something that you've been umming and ahhing about. You need to be more assertive. You need to take control of it. It is a career change for some of you. It could be study. It's something that you've been like, oh, I don't know if I should do that. You need to do that. It is going to be successful. This is the heads up that it is going to be successful, group 3. What does group 3 need to hear right now? Interesting. Oh, what? Excuse me, what? All right, there's a very specific message coming through here. Okay, so just know you should always be living present, because tomorrow may never come and yesterday may never exist again. That's a very weird message. But group 3, this card, I picked it up and I see regret. I don't want to do that, or if I don't do that, I'm going to have regret. The best way that you can guarantee your future is by living it today, creating your happiness for today, projecting positivity into your reality right now to ensure that tomorrow when you wake up, it is there waiting for you again. You know, I just feel like karma here is really strong. You need to be reminded, group 3, that we create our own karma. If we continue to dwell on the edge of our own world here, like an outsider looking in at the movie that we're supposed to be starring in, if we continue to put other people as the heroes in our own stories, we will live a life of regret. We will end up like this person at the end of this jetty, looking out at the world that they haven't created, that is their life. And all of a sudden we're living a life that we didn't ever want. The regret is very strong here in this group, and the fear of regret is strong. The best way that you can guarantee tomorrow is by living it today. We can't change the past, but we can attempt to create our future by living it today, in the present. Now, I'm saying that, but really, the Temple Path card is coming out to tell you that you really need to rest right now and appreciate how far you've come. Again, this is calling me to look at that beauty card. You are incredible people, group 3. You have so much to boast about, if I'm honest. You've achieved a lot more, and I think that you're your biggest critic. Honestly, group 3, you have actually overcome a lot of hurdles, and this little temple here in your path is giving you the opportunity to appreciate your achievements, to give yourself a pat on the back, and to have a little rest, because the road ahead is even longer than the road you've traveled. So these temples come to us at times when we need to rest, when we need to reevaluate, when we need to reconsider, and when we need to appreciate how far we've come. It's an opportunity to be grateful for the things that you do have and to appreciate exactly how far you've come. I don't know how many times I keep saying that one message, but please don't put a time limit on your healing here. The best way that you can guarantee your success is by ensuring that you don't carry this healing on into your future, this pain, into your future. You do need to heal some of this pain that you've been carrying around with you. And I feel like it is linked to your heart, group 3. Your heart space is so blocked. And you keep saying, wait, I don't have all the answers, wait, I need balance, but wait, I'm not good enough yet, wait. You are so beautiful, regardless of gender. I feel like you need to give yourself time to appreciate and really work on that self-worth. You've got more cards than anyone so far. Group 3, we have woman holding a coin too. So listen, we got the man and the woman out here. So I can't lie, regardless of your preferences, you are attracting a strong counterpart here. Someone who is able to match your success. Perhaps that is where this insecurity is feeling. This insecurity is coming from. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel unrequited. You feel as though love does not abound here. You feel as though you aren't this shining person. You feel incredibly pessimistic, actually. We have the Death card underneath that reverse. So you're struggling with this change. You're struggling to identify you as being equal in this situation. 42 and 43. This is something that could miss you if you don't really want it. You need to figure out what you want, group 3. I think you do want this person, but I think that you struggle to understand how or why would they? Oh, this is a tangent. I want to get more information for you. It wasn't supposed to be a love reading, okay? We're supposed to be getting information. But both of these cards are upright. So you can't tell me that you're not good enough. Because look, right now, as you both exist, whether you live together or not, as a couple or not, you are both counterparts. You are both equal. You are equally successful. Regardless of the fact that one of you chooses to sit on incredibly old chairs, wearing incredibly old gowns, decorating themselves in their wealth, while the other person likes to lounge out in nature and not be as overt of their wealth, you are both equal here. You are both equally wealthy, and that could be the situation. One of you is being more overt and they look more wealthy, but they're not. You two are exactly the same. You are counterparts here. So, I say that, but until you believe that within yourself, it doesn't matter who the hell comes into your life, group 3, until you know what you are worth, until you know what makes you beautiful, handsome, etc. No one is going to be good enough for you. You are always going to settle for less. And I'm sorry that that's the hard word, but I just feel like I need to share that with you, group 3. Bottom deck energy is the garden and the gate. Now, this has come out for every single group, one way or another, whether it's in the spread or the bottom deck. The garden and the gate talks about opportunities. It talks about abundance. It's the opportunity to leave what you have created in order to pursue more. It's a very black and white way of describing it. Really, you face a choice here, group 3. You're currently in your garden. It's blossoming. You've got flowers, you've got moths. I don't think your garden would have this many flowers though, but I feel like your garden would have really nice hedges and maybe some beautiful shrubs. But anyway, it's your garden that you've created. However, it's not making you happy. You know you want more, and you know that there's more out there for you. But you take the risk now of leaving your garden, knowing that out there, there's the opportunity to create a garden again, but it may not be like this. The risk is you could be stepping out of your comfort zone into something completely new and unfamiliar. There are unknown variables in this situation that are creating hesitancy to step out. The choice is yours. You're only limiting your own success and your own happiness here. You can stay in this garden forever if you want, but that means that you have to settle for the fact that you may never truly be happy. You may never truly be fulfilled. It's your choice to make. And the truth is that you aren't going to get any more information about this. You have all the answers you seek. At this point in time, all the answers you seek lie within. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to take time out to rest, reconsider, and heal the pain that you have experienced in order to move forward in your life, whatever the heck that looks like for you, Group 3. But you have to accept that some of the answers that you think you need aren't the answers that you actually do need. They aren't the answers that you are going to have. What we need is not always what we want, and what we want is not always what we need. Group 3 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? What do they need to hear most right now? Group 3. What do they need to hear most right now? I think that card was for you. It'll come out again if it's meant for you. What do they need to hear most right now? Healer, 100%. You have the power to help and heal others, but listen, you need to heal yourself, Group 3. Please don't be out there trying to touch everybody else and heal them. I meant that in the most PG way possible. Just really, this is giving me this indication of like an angel. You are this unicorn. Ooh, again, I feel like a lot of masculines pick this pile, but you are this unicorn, and you are being called to heal right now. You don't need to extend yourself. I feel like your guides are here trying to help you heal, Group 3. They're trying to look after you. They're trying to help you look after yourself. Group 3 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? Thankful. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for. Absolutely. Gratitude is going to help you here, to help ground yourself. That's really what the Temple Path is about as well. This card here, it's the 12 as well, which makes me think of the Hanged Man card, which is really about resting and reconsidering, examining things from another perspective. Sometimes it's so easy to get into this headspace of I'm not good enough, you know, maybe I don't deserve love. Maybe I'm paying for all the bad things that I've done to other people. Maybe it won't get better. Maybe this is it for me. And while, you know, that could be some people's truths, that is a very pessimistic way of looking at things. You can spin that into positivity by instead being thankful for what you do have, being grateful for what you do have, taking time to appreciate what you have achieved, acknowledging that you are still becoming the person that you are destined to be. This lifetime is an ongoing journey. We don't ever clock our levels. There's no pinnacle moment, essentially. You know, we hit pivotal moments like this Temple Path here where you're being guided to rest, but our journey is ongoing. The best thing that you can do right now is to find this moment to appreciate what you do have and to understand that perhaps you do deserve more, Group 3. Perhaps you deserve more. Goodness, I'm going to get one more card. I think I need to get two, actually. Oh no, there's the other one. I'll get one more card, please, Spirit. Group 3, what do they need to hear most right now? I've spoken so much. I got 2 more decks to go through. What do they need to hear most right now, Spirit? Group 3. What do they need to hear most? Oh, look at this. Just be yourself. You're a great person. I'm leaving it at that. That's all you need to know. Look in the mirror and appreciate yourself, Group 3. You're a great person. Just be yourself. Best friends, true friends stick together no matter what. So some of you, I don't even want to elaborate on this. If people genuinely care about you, they will look beyond your behavior. They will look beyond your actions. They will appreciate you for the genuine person that you are. Sometimes that involves revealing a very harsh truth or an uncomfortable truth, or having to be very honest about something that is difficult to talk about. But just know that true friends stick together no matter what. I'm going to leave it at that. We have grandparent here. You have a very special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. Look at the beautiful colors on this unicorn. They're so cute. You're incredibly unique, and that bloodline runs way back. There is someone looking out for you 100%. It could be a grandmother. But this person is completely invested in your success. They appreciate you for the unique person that you are, and they only want you to embrace who you are. They don't want you to live a lie. They want you to embrace everything that you deserve. And I feel like I need to emphasize this in a positive way, because some of you are telling yourself that you deserve crap right now. You're telling yourself that you deserve some of the negativity you're experiencing. And no, that's what your guides are trying to show you, is that you deserve happiness. But in order to attract this happiness, you need to take this moment to examine gratitude. What do you have to be grateful for in your life? What do you have to be thankful for in your life? Who do you have to be thankful for in your life, grateful for, etc.? This grandparent is fully invested in guiding you through your situation right now, helping you be the uniquely colorful person that you are, helping you live your truth. Bottom deck energy is believe in yourself. Absolutely. See yourself doing well, and you will. Now listen, I have to plow through these messages because I'm going way over time, and I unfortunately added an extra deck to your reading, so I apologize if these messages are a bit short, but I need more information for you. Group 3 Spirit, what do they need to hear most right now? Group 3, break the chain. Holy heck, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. If it doesn't serve you, let go. And sometimes this is an idea, something you've been telling yourself. You are good enough, Group 3. You deserve happiness. Break the chain, rewrite your future. What does Group 3 need to hear most right now? We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held, 100%. Rest and reconsider. We have counsel of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So you are being guided through this. You are never alone. Trust your intuition. Don't switch it off. There are messages being given to you. You are not alone. This is happening. You may not be able to control the how and the when, but it is happening if you want it. Because what do you want, Group 3? Unfortunately, I'm jumping the gun. You don't need to worry about that yet. All you need to worry about is resting. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So get out of that victim mentality. Everything that is happening for your good. We have protection. Call back your power, Group 3. You are so strong. Set your boundaries, be assertive, cut the cords, and retrieve your soul. Some of you have been living a lie. You've been lying to yourself. You've been settling for less than. You've been allowing yourself to go, well, you know, it may not get better, but at least it's not worse. And that's a horrible way to live your life. You deserve happiness. You deserve so much more, but anyone in the world could say that to you. It won't mean anything until you believe it within yourself, Group 3. What else? What information can we give Group 3? What do they need to hear? Oh, I haven't seen these cards yet. That's so cute. We have commitment and home. Commitment and home. Oh, I want to get one more card. One more card. What's going on? One more card for Group 3. Making a choice. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. There we go. Making a choice about your commitment. Some of you need to go home. Some of you need to ground yourselves and surround yourself with people and places that realign you to your values, that help you feel safe, that help you feel like your authentic self, that help you feel like the person you genuinely are, that help reinstill this confidence that you possess. You aren't going to be making the right choice until you align yourself with who you truly are. This choice is heavy and I feel it, but in order to make the right choice, for some of you need to go home. That is a message that is coming through. But for others of you, you just need to surround yourself with things, people who help you be the person you genuinely are. Remember your values. Remember your foundations. Who are you? This is big. Some of you are reevaluating your commitments, the people in your life, who you want around you, who you want your future with. You really need to strengthen the commitment to yourself, though. You should not be compromising your inner commitment. You should not be compromising your own happiness. You should be allowing yourself the space to forgive yourself for the choices that you made in the past. Those choices don't reflect your true character. Those choices don't reflect your future. You need to strengthen the commitment with yourself. As soon as you're being authentic with yourself, then you can't possibly jeopardize your commitments to other people. Be authentic with yourself. What do you truly want? What does your heart truly want here? What do you truly want? Feed that love into yourself. Identify how beautiful you are, how unique you are, everything you deserve. Know that you're never alone. You're being guided through this, but you really need the space to heal. You need the time to heal. Give yourself this opportunity to heal and be patient with yourself. Oh, group 3, I need to call it there. Dry desert. Even life grows in the desert. Deserts may be dry, but look, birds, cacti, plants, living things thrive in the desert. It is not over yet. Don't settle for less, group 3, when you deserve a whole lot more. Don't settle for a dry desert when you know cacti and eagles thrive there. You know, don't tell yourself you don't deserve something when you know in your heart that you do. I'm going to leave it there though. Holy heck, we might hit 40 minutes for this group. Look after yourself, group 3. I hope that was informative. Take what resonates and please don't let the rest take from you. You are the expert in your life. Look after yourself and I'll see you in another video. Bye.